sun's still shining here at Brands Hatch on the Indy circuit for the second of the Dickies British Junior Supersport Championship here today. And these guys gave us a really, really good performance in race one. We saw a display second to none by Elliot Pinson, Ewan McGinley, how well they went. They were harassed all the way by Brian Hart on the KTM, and due to that and his lap speed, Brian Hart will start the race from pole position. So those three names are across the front row, and we're going to see that KTM again in the hands of Brian Hart, I'm sure, in great order. Corner speed is really good. Neil McKenzie alongside me again for this one. There you have the standings. Ewan McGlinchey, the young man from Ireland, ahead of Cade Verwey by 16 points from Ed Best. Matt Bauer there. Look at those Kawasaki's. The 400 Ninjas proving to be really, really good here. Twin cylinder bike, of course. Elliot Pinson just doing a wild card in 8th place, but that second place position has got him there on the table, ahead of Brian Hart and Lathrop 9th and 10th. Oliver Johnson, Drury in the Leatherhead, Lofthouse, Jones, pretty good. And there you see these guys now. Look out for young Harry Lee there in 18th place. Aprilia Cup champion at the moment. What can he do in this race? As I said, pole position, Brian Hart, based on his speed. Lap speed takes pole position, 53.091. Race winner Ewan McGlinchey in the middle of the front row. Elliot Pinson, runner-up there, completing the front row. Row 2, Will Lathrop, Large Taylor, and Matt Bauer. So, 4 Kawasaki's, 2 KTM's. Cade Verwey, Jordan McCord, and Luke Verwey. So, 2 Kawasaki's, 3 Kawasaki's across row 3. And Campbell, Harry Lee, and Harris Beach on the first of the Yamaha 320 twins. The YZF 3 Yamaha looking very good here. So the Sun also good. Nice new tyres. And let's see what these youngsters can do. The Kawasaki's have been dominant, there's no doubt about it, but Brian Hart on that KTM will be starting from pole position. Can he get the drag that he needs? Neil, what do we expect from this race? Can Brian Hart go one better, do you think?
He's got a race under his belt, but what's great about all these kids, they're aged between 13 and 22, every time they do a lap of Brands Hatch circuit they get better because they're continually improving, so the grid's going to close up, the race is going to close up, it's going to be exciting all the way down the field.
Lights then, lights in at
Brian Hart poised there, look at him, and he got the jump. What a start. I could just tell he was ready.
He was sharp, wasn't he?
He was ready.
Absolutely sharp. Brian Hart then easing away the number 53 KTM into a cracking lead. First time round, Graham Hillbend, he's already got 8 lengths on the 2 Kawasaki's behind him. Ewan McGlinchey and Elliot Pinson. Everybody else but Brian Hart caught with their trousers down, it's fair to say.
But Brian Hart was extra pumped up, I thought. I always look at the first couple of rows just to see them when they're getting ready for the lights, and he was just ready. I just tell he was ready. And maybe the KTM 390 there, it's off-road, so it's given that extra grunt to jump off the line. So great start there, and that could be the key, because the guys are going to sort of jiggle around and pass each other and mess each other up, and he might just have the jump. See someone still got the tyre sticker on there at the front. Was that McGlinchey that got away in second place? Could he take that tyre sticker off?
Yeah, it was. I saw that. I noticed that, and that's what I was saying about nice new tyres. Yeah, he's got the tyre sticker on it, but it's Brian Hart. Then it's young Pinson.
That's Pinson. Apologies, thought it was McGlinchey there. And yeah, of course, Kawasaki's got green number boards on the front. KTM's got orange, Yamaha's have got blue, and Honda have got red number boards. So great just to distinguish the manufacturers, and great to have the manufacturer involved here. We just need a few Hondas out there. The Honda's a 500 machine, so let's get a few of them out.
Elliot Pinson, 75, in second place with that vivid green number board. You cannot miss it. But Brian Hart has that cracking start. They're not closing him down. It's Ewan McGlinchey, the first race winner, in third, but they're much more strung out this time. I think Brian Hart gave them all a bit of a shock. Matt Bauer, number 78, in fourth place. Then it's Cade Verwey, number 7. So all these guys have locked horns in the KTM Cup for the past season or two, maybe even 3, some of them. The KTM Cup is no more, but it's morphed into this Junior Supersport Championship which we have, and it's opened the door to other brands, namely the Kawasaki Ninja 400 and the Yamaha YZF-3, which is a 321cc twin. The KTM, the only single-cylinder bike out there.
That's right, and fastest lap already. No surprise going to Brian Hart. Compared to his fastest lap of the first race, he just did a 53.5 there. Fastest lap of the first race was a 53.0, so just getting into the swing of things. But it's so important, and all these guys need to take notice. You can be fast over a lap, you can be fast all the way through practice, but it's so important just to be ready for the lights. Your reaction, your practicing your starts, getting off that line is so important, because it can just mean the difference between a good result and a very average result. Brian Hart really got everything dead right there, and as you said, caught them, a few of them with their leathers down.
Yeah, 16 years of age, the race leader, originally from Alcaraz. He's an English boy, by the way, but has lived in Spain for a number of years. Raced in Brazil too, quite successfully in the Brazilian Championship. So a much travelled young man at the tender age of 16. And we're now looking at Kate Verwey, number 7, who's got Mike Large-Taylor, number 88, breathing down his neck.
Kate, brother of Luke, both of these guys from Silverstone, so got a racetrack in the back garden, so to speak.
Matt Bauer, number 78. So
Ewan McGlinchey's got his head down because he's very close to the fastest lap of race 1, 53.1 there. He is 0.9 of a second behind Elliot Pinson in second, who is 0.7 of a second behind our current leader, Brian Hart.
Kate Verwey, the number 7 bike, man from Silverstone on the Team XG Racing Kawasaki Ninja 400. And he's under real pressure from Matt Bauer. Look how close they are. Oh, dear me. Kept the tight line, did the right thing there. Matt Bauer, number 78, looking right and left. So Kawasaki plays Kawasaki here. Identical bikes.
Good run this for Kate Verwey.
It is. There's Ewan McGlinchey, first race winner, number 22, on the back of Elliot Pinson. So this is the battle at the front in second and third place. There, number 53, Brian Hart on the KTM. Ewan McGlinchey going underneath a paddock bend and making it stick. Can he keep it tight? No, but coming back. Elliot Pinson is on the inside at Druids. No, but he's got it. Well done. Ewan McGlinchey then. The young man from Agadawi.
Absolutely. The racetrack there as well. And these guys, just absolutely identical machinery. And just how you ride it to get the best out of it. With Brian Hart doing a great job at the front. They're racking off good, strong lap times. 0.9 of a second on that last lap. It will be good to see as they go over the line this time, to see if he's increased that to maybe a second or slightly over a second. Certainly looks like a second visually on track.
Now the gap back to Elliot Pinson is 1.1 seconds. Now these two fighting like they are, Neil, and you know that as well as anyone, better than most, that they're going to affect their lap speeds. As long as they're tussling, then it gives Brian Hart the opportunity with a clear track in front of him to stroll. Although, having said everything I've just said, McGlinchey has pulled enough of a gap now, I suspect.
Well, McGlinchey there wide at Paddock Hill Bend, and that cost valuable tenths of a second.
Pinson through.
Battle here coming down to Graham Hill Bend. KTM in the mix there. 5-way battle for 4th position there.
Look how close. It's Kate Verwey, number 7, is right there. He's the man with the red leathers, the red helmet.
Matthew Bauer, that's
still fighting with Matt Bauer.
Yeah, Matt Bauer, the Sheffield lad, supported by the FS3 Racing British Superbike Kawasaki squad.
Well, it's all nip and tuck. It really is close here. Kate Verwey still having the verdict there. And Mikey Large Taylor, number 88, is very much in the mix as well. He's on the back of that. So there's nothing between. When we look at our timing screens, we've got about 1 second separating those 5 riders, 6 riders, dare I say, 7 riders. They really are so close.
Yeah, this really is anybody's 4th position. There's just get over half race distance at the moment, but things settling down. But
very leads.
7 there. Yeah, very done a great ride, a consistent, strong point scorer. 16 points, 25 points that race win at Donington, and 13 points in race 1 here at Brands.
Back at the front, through in front. We've got Elliot Pinson, I think. Elliot Pinson going through. And at the back, it's Una McGlinchey. But look at Brian Hart at the inside going into Druids. Brian Hart wants it back again on the KTM. He's now in 2nd place after having that lead, that leading advantage chipped away at lap after lap after lap. We're on lap 9 of 15.
I am so impressed with Pinson and McGlinchey because they were sort of knocking each other off the track, running wide, but they really have got their head down. And they've done some incredible laps. Lap record pace, 52.6.
Brian Hart back to the front again. So the 2 Kawasaki's relegated to 2nd and 3rd. Elliot Pinson, number 75, now back in 2nd. Una McGlinchey in 3rd, but he's up the inside now as they go up towards Paddock Hill Bend. Is there a way through here? Elliot Pinson dives through on the inside, but he's going to go wide here. Watch the KTM fight back and punch up the hill. No, the KTM went wide as well.
Well, the problem Brian Hart has been is he's been doing all the hard work out on his own. He's sort of pushing the air where the other 2 have been able to slip through each other.
Yeah, look at the traffic
already lap riders come into play here, which, as we know, in race 1 played a massive part.
Here we go then. Who's going to get the best of the traffic here? Pinson, there he goes. Elliot Pinson with these guys' heads. Brian Hart behind him. Una McGlinchey behind him. So Elliot Pinson closing on the first of the tail enders here, and he's going to come alongside down the straight. He's gone very, very wide.
He always needs to get around these guys. Brian Hart down the inside. He's getting a little bit of slipstream from these lap riders, pulling him up to the front. Oh, and he dives down the inside.
Look at them.
All 3 still together.
Elliot
Brian
Pinson.
Hart round the outside there, 53. And does he take the lead? He does. It's incredible. Well, he just got the perfect drive out of Cleary's there. He got a nice slipstream from some of these lap riders that pulled him down the inside, did a bit of passing into Paddock Hill Bend. He's back in front.
And the big loser was Una McGlinchey. Una McGlinchey is caught right in the middle of that traffic. There he is, look. Una McGlinchey now on the back of Elliot Pinson, but there's a tail ender between them.
That's Aldred, number 85.
Around the outside goes McGlinchey. Brian Hart then. We're on lap 11 of 15. Another cracking race. The youngsters are entertaining us royally here at Brands Hatch.
These bikes just look like so much fun to ride. You can ride them so hard. They've got great handling, lots of lean angle.
But let's not lose sight of the fact, if you get it wrong, they can still bite you.
They certainly can. They certainly can. And these guys are showing us their skills, and they're not being bitten at the moment.
Brian Hart then leading. So these 3 now, Elliot Pinson and Una McGlinchey, are hanging on to this. The top 3 on lap 12 now. 3.5 laps remain of the Brands Hatch Indy
Brian
circuit.
Hart getting that amazing start. We thought it was all over, but we've pretty much got a bit of a deja vu going on here from race 1, 3-way battle. Lap 12 out of 15.
His racecraft that he's learned all over Europe and in South America as well, added to the fact that he rode that KTM last year, is definitely stood him in good stead.
It's got to help. A year on the machine, he's ridden the wheels off. They'll understand that bike. They'll have the perfect gearing in for Brands Hatch. They'll have the perfect suspension setup. Left foot off the peg there, going into Paddock Hill Bend.
Great stuff. Elliot Pinson. Now he's got a job on his hands to defend 2nd place as well from Una McGlinchey, who wants it. Brian Hart's going to enhance his championship standings no end if he can pull this off. with a lap and a bit to go.
So good to see the KTM and the Kawasaki so evenly matched, and it gives the other guys further down the field in the KTM the inspiration and the knowledge that the bike is competitive.
Indeed, and it's good for the brand as well, for the marketing. No longer a one-make series, of course. It's been thrown in there with the mix.
Even better, because one-make series, you're only sort of racing against each other. If you can beat another manufacturer, then
yep. On a single-cylinder machine as well, which is giving away obviously a bit of horsepower. Not much to choose in the weight, that's fair to say. About 150 kilos the KTM goes at. 147 to be precise. Against the 168 of the Kawasaki, and lots of front end. Went in too hard. Elliot Pinson went in too hard, folded the front, and down he went at Druids. Too much, trailing the front brake going in, and there you go.
Well, as you said, Barry, they can bite back. There's no great injury there, but he's right on the limit there, breaking into Druids. The front suspension's compressed. You can see he went for that pass down the inside, has to lean in, still a little bit on the brakes, as you said. Front folded early, and down he went. It's such a fine line between getting grip, turning in, a little bit offline. You have to brake later, you have to commit. Too bad there, but what a great race.
Now, what a great race going on now as they go into the last lap, because Una McGlinchey briefly went in front, but Brian Hart wants this. He feels it's his by right, having led for the majority of the race and defended that lead brilliantly well. Here we are, go.
Yeah, well, both these guys know it's a two-horse race, but they've got other things to deal with here. They've got lap riders to deal with, and they both know how important it is to get past, not lose any time. And sometimes like that, for example, was perfect. McGlinchey just used that perfectly to his advantage. Now he's in front. It's the last lap. There's one more passing opportunity here.
What can Brian Hart do then as we come into clearways for the final time? The KTM carries good corner speed, but the drag down to the line is going to play into the hands of the twin-cylinder Ninja 400 Kawasaki, I suspect. Brian Hart sticks his head down, sticks his bottom up, sprints for the line. Is he going to grab it over the line? He does! He does! Fantastic punch in the air. Well, what about that? 53, Brian Hart stole it from under the nose. Neil, have you seen a finish like that?
I have at Brands Hatch many times. It's a classic slipstream out of clearways into the competition's draft and over the line. Fantastic.
Well, I have to say, just desserts. That was well-deserved victory.
And look at that, the two Verwey brothers, third and fourth. Fantastic result for these guys. Matt Bauer in fifth.
Yes.
Ash Taylor in sixth. Lathrop, another KTM rider, in seventh, and McCord in eighth. Wow, what a race.
Brian Hart then, what a race, as Neil Mackenzie said. Thanks again, Neil. Great to have you alongside me. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Brian Hart on the RC390 KTM stole it from under the nose.
Looked like it was too far away. Looked like it was too far away. Yeah, McGlinchey turned it tight, and then he tries to just defend. There's nothing he could do. Little KTM got the drive there, got the punch, got that slipstream just at the right time, and that's what 4100ths of a second looks like over the line, but it's enough to win.
Was there maybe a suggestion that Una McGlinchey was a little bit nervous about the rider in front of him moving slightly left?
Only he knows that. He looked like he was almost too tight at clearways, because you saw he had to pick the bike up a bit rather than letting it run wide, keep the tyre on its side, let the revs pick up early. He might just have messed up a little bit there and cost them that few hundredths of a second. But whatever he did, Brian Hart is a happy man, and he was patient. He didn't do anything silly. He just kept cool, and he knows that. That's good ammunition for races later in the season.
He loves that little bike. Brilliant, brilliant result. There it is, confirmed then. 4/100ths of a second. That's how close it was. Hart over McGlinchey. The Verwey brothers, as Neil Mackenzie said, third and fourth. Matt Bauer, Mikey Large-Taylor, Will Lathrop, Jordan McCord in eighth from young Harry Lee, so he's had another good result. John Campbell, and let's look at them further down the order. Nathan Drury, Crockford, Harris Beach, and the other guys all a lap adrift, but certainly the